This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
The Moses Lake community is invited to the 10th annual National Night Out set for Tuesday, August 6th.
Washington's delegation split along predictable party lines Tuesday when voting to condemn President Donald Trump's history of racist tweets.
Washington Governor Jay Inslee recently signed a law updating the state's regulations for car and booster seats for children.
The Columbia Basin River Dogs didn't waste any time racking up a pair of blowout wins in the Babe Ruth Regional Tournament.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News. And it starts now.
The Moses Lake community is invited to the 10th annual National Night Out set for Tuesday, August 6th. The free event is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at McCosh Park. Information on crime prevention, traffic and child safety, and resources from public safety and health organizations will be available from a number of participating agencies. Activities this year include fingerprinting for kids, free bike registration, free food and snow cones, and a dunk tank featuring Moses Lake Police Chief and Grant County Sheriff. Families can also check out a number of police and fire vehicles that will be on display during the event. National Night Out is an annual community building campaign to promote partnerships between police and community members held across the country. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
Washington's delegation split along predictable party lines Tuesday when voting to condemn President Donald Trump's history of racist tweets. Only the state's 3 House Republicans, Dan Newhouse, Jamie Herrera Butler, and Kathy McMorris Rogers, voted against the condemnation. Newhouse made no public statement on Trump's tweets, in which the president urged 4 Democratic congresswomen of color to, quote, go back to the, quote, totally broken and crime-infested places from which they came. Herrera Butler called the language divisive and demeaning, while McMorris Rogers, the highest-ranking Republican woman in the House, said the tweets were wrong and distract from the discourse we're having in this country about socialism. Congresswoman Kim Schreier, a Democrat who represents the Wenatchee Valley District next door to Newhouse, joined Olympia Congressman Denny Heck and the state's 5 other Democrats in the vote for condemnation, which passed 240 to 187. The resolution has no legal force and will not be taken up by the Senate. It appears to be the first time in history that a president was condemned by a chamber of Congress. Jefferson Robbins, iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
Washington Governor Jay Inslee recently signed a law updating the state's regulations for car and booster seats for children. House Bill 1012 implements a stricter set of standards for parents and guardians, including a mandate that kids older than 4 and under 4 feet 9 inches in height must use a booster seat, a rule which will apply to most children until they are 10 to 12 years of age. The new requirements also specify that once kids turn 2 years old, they must ride in a forward-facing seat equipped with a harness until reaching the implement's maximum height and weight limits. The same guidelines will also apply to children under the age of 2 who have to use a rear-facing safety seat. The law also specifies that all kids under the age of 13 must ride in the back seat of any vehicle. Drivers who are found to be out of compliance with the updated mandates are subject to a traffic citation, the current amount of which is $124. House Bill 1012 does not apply to for-hire vehicles, buses, and certain shuttle services. The new standards will go into effect on January 1st of 2020. Reporting for iFIBER 1 News, I'm Chris Hansen.
The Columbia Basin River Dogs didn't waste any time racking up a pair of blowout wins in the Babe Ruth Regional Tournament. The first game started hours behind schedule, but that didn't stop the River Dogs from obliterating their first opponent. The River Dogs battled with New Westminster from British Columbia in the first game and won by a landslide 15-0 in 4 innings. Despite the late night, the River Dogs were back at it again on Wednesday morning when they took on the Rural Baseball Incorporated Dirtbags. The game ended similarly, with the River Dogs 10 running the Dirtbags. The Dirtbags put up a better fight than Westminster did, surviving until the 6th inning and earning quite a few hits and 1 run, but they ultimately fell 13-1. The River Dogs will play 2 games on Thursday, starting with Lakeside Recovery at 3:30 p.m., before taking on the home team of the tournament, the Calgary Blues AAA, at 6 p.m. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFIBER One Sports.
This is iFIBER One News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.